Those who selectively disclose their goals to trusted mentors and allies position themselves strategically, ensuring that their efforts are recognized without exposing themselves to potential obstacles created by workplace politics. Personal relationships also benefit from this approach. Selective sharing allows individuals to cultivate deeper connections based on trust and authenticity. If a person shares too much too soon in a relationship, they risk overwhelming the other person or creating an imbalance in emotional vulnerability. By gradually revealing aspects of their life and allowing trust to develop naturally, they foster a bond that is built on genuine understanding rather than an obligation to disclose everything at once. This principle applies not only to romantic relationships, but also to friendships and family dynamics. The ability to control one's narrative extends beyond face-to-face interactions into the digital realm. In an age where social media has blurred the lines between private and public life, individuals must be mindful of how they present themselves online. Thoughtless sharing can lead to misunderstandings, unwanted scrutiny, or long-term consequences that may affect personal and professional opportunities. A public figure, for example, who shares too much about their personal struggles may find themselves misrepresented, with their words taken out of context. By curating their digital presence intentionally, they maintain a balance between authenticity and self-protection, ensuring that their public image aligns with their true self without being entirely exposed. Maintaining control over what and when to share is not about deception or secrecy, but about self-respect and empowerment. It allows individuals to navigate life on their own terms, protecting their dreams and aspirations from unnecessary negativity while ensuring that their journey unfolds according to their own timeline. When people take charge of their narrative, they safeguard their mental and emotional well-being, build stronger relationships, and position themselves for success in both personal and professional spheres. It is not just about withholding information, but about choosing to share in a way that reinforces personal strength, confidence, and long-term fulfillment. Establishing boundaries is essential for maintaining overall well-being, as it limits excessive exposure to external influences and protects mental health. In a world where constant connectivity has become the norm, individuals often feel pressured to be available at all times, both physically and emotionally. This unfiltered accessibility can lead to exhaustion, anxiety, and a loss of personal identity, making it crucial to set boundaries that safeguard emotional energy and create a sense of stability. By defining clear limits on what they share, how they interact, and whom they allow into their personal space, individuals cultivate an environment where they can thrive without being overwhelmed by external expectations. Imagine a person who constantly receives messages, calls, and social media notifications demanding their attention. Over time, the inability to set boundaries can drain their mental energy, leaving them feeling overstimulated and mentally exhausted. In contrast, someone who prioritizes personal space by limiting online exposure, allocating specific time for social interactions, and saying no when necessary, retains control over their emotional well-being. This ability to regulate engagement allows them to maintain clarity and focus, preventing burnout caused by excessive social and digital demands. Boundaries are particularly important in interpersonal relationships. Without them, individuals may find themselves absorbing the emotions and expectations of others, leading to unnecessary stress and emotional exhaustion. A person who constantly feels obligated to listen to friends' problems, offer support without limits, or meet others' demands at the expense of their own needs risks losing their sense of self. By setting healthy emotional boundaries, such as deciding when and how they engage in personal discussions, they ensure that their well-being is prioritized. This does not mean withdrawing from meaningful relationships, but rather ensuring that they are not constantly sacrificing their mental and emotional health for the sake of others. Work-life balance is another crucial area where boundaries must be enforced. In professional settings, individuals who fail to set limits often find themselves overcommitted, leading to stress and decreased productivity. A person who responds to work emails late at night, takes on excessive responsibilities, and struggles to say no may feel trapped in a cycle of exhaustion. However, by establishing boundaries such as disconnecting from work after designated hours and clearly communicating limits, they reclaim their time and mental space. This not only enhances job performance, but also fosters a healthier lifestyle where work does not dominate every aspect of their existence. Family dynamics also require carefully maintained boundaries. Cultural and societal expectations often pressure individuals to conform to traditional roles, sometimes at the expense of personal well-being. A person who feels obligated to meet every family demand, whether emotional, financial, or time-related, may experience guilt and internal conflict when trying to prioritize their own needs. By establishing clear but respectful boundaries, such as setting limits on how much time they dedicate to family obligations, they create a healthier relationship dynamic where their personal well-being is not compromised. Respecting one's own limits allows for more meaningful interactions rather than forced obligations. In the digital age, where oversharing has become widespread, personal boundaries in social media are increasingly vital. Many individuals unknowingly expose themselves to excessive scrutiny, criticism, or judgment by sharing too much about their personal lives. A person who constantly updates their social media with personal details may attract unwanted opinions, unsolicited advice, or even harmful interactions that affect their confidence and mental health. In contrast, those who practice selective sharing maintain a sense of control over their online presence, ensuring that they are not emotionally affected by the opinions of strangers. By carefully curating what they post and whom they engage with, they create a safer and more mentally sustainable digital experience. Protecting one's mental and emotional space also involves being mindful of toxic relationships. Some people drain energy through negativity, manipulation, or excessive dependency, creating an emotional burden that affects well-being. A person who constantly engages with individuals who bring stress, anxiety, or conflict into their lives may struggle to maintain inner peace. Recognizing these harmful patterns